guys, it's Friday and oh my goodness, this has taken me so long to do and I don't even know why. I think I've just been putting it off, but I'm so sorry. But I am finally doing it and I am so happy that I am doing it now and not putting it off anymore. It is my second review video and this was originally supposed to be posted last month, but I read this book late last month so I couldn't really do it, and then I did tell you guys that I was going to post it in August, but it's still August, so I think I'm safe for now. But the year is just going so fast, so I thought I better hurry up and do this, otherwise it's never gonna be up. The book I am reviewing today is The Betrayal of Natalie Hargrove by Lauren Kate. So, as you might know, I read this book for the TBR Takedown 2.0 this year. Yes, very happy with myself. I'm actually glad that I read this because this book has been sitting on my shelf for at least over a year now and I just haven't read it. So this is a young adult novel and it also falls in the genres of mystery, suspense, romance, to name a few. This story follows a girl named Natalie Hargrove. You didn't see that coming, did you? Who is your typical high school girl. She's gorgeous, popular, good at everything, has a boyfriend, and she is the #1 candidate for becoming Palmetto Princess, which is prom queen. This story starts approximately a week before the Palmetto Ball or prom, or I don't know what they call it, I can't remember. Sorry, it has been a while since I read this. And we learn quite a bit about Natalie's personality and her eagerness for becoming prom queen. And we pretty much know that she would do almost anything to claim that title. So a couple of days before the crowning of the prince and princess, there is an accident that could potentially ruin Natalie and Mike's reputation. I don't want to give too much away, but that is basically the synopsis of the book. So let me just start by saying what kind of attracted me to this book. So what initially attracted me to this book was the cover. When I saw this at the store, this was well before I got into reading and I didn't even read the synopsis or anything like that of books. I just went straight for the cover and thought, looks like a cool book, I'll buy it. Then just before I read this book, I read the synopsis and seemed a bit confusing, I'll be honest. This did not seem like an interesting book. It just seemed like a book that was set in a high school about this girl wanting to become prom queen. Let's just get this part out of the way. I liked it. I really liked it. This book was not what I was expecting. The synopsis does not give me too much information, therefore I went in not knowing a whole lot and what it was really going to be about, but I liked it. I liked that I didn't know hardly anything and that all I thought was, yep, she's going to become prom queen. That's the story. But this book took me completely by surprise and it was quite enjoyable. Firstly, the book was a little slow at the start. I struggled to really get into it until probably chapter 6 or 7 or something like that, until the accident happens, which obviously I'm not going to tell you. Then everything changed. I was so intrigued. I was like, oh my god, okay, let me keep reading. Don't talk to me, anyone, because I'm reading. Do you ever say that? And not long after that, I had finished it. So yeah, slow book at the start, but really good once you hit the good bit, obviously. The thing I really liked about this book was the characters were so relatable. While I was reading this book, I kept having images of the OC in my head, which by the way is not a bad thing. I love the OC. Natalie kind of reminds me of the girls that I went to school with. I wasn't one of the popular girls, but I had seen them and they were kind of bitchy and stuff, but she totally reminded me of those girls and someone that I wouldn't normally like purely because of personal experience. But she wasn't a dislikable character. She was someone I could kind of relate to in very small ways, like not being able to control things and doing almost anything to get what you want. Not that I do that, but I can understand why. But also she had a few struggles in life, and her past wasn't all spick and span. It was, you know, quite hard for her at times, and she had a lot of memories and things kind of interrupted her life. Her boyfriend seemed so gorgeous. He was so sweet and really caring, and I really liked that in a character. I don't know, I fell in love with the boyfriend more than her. However, there were a lot of side characters that I kind of thought didn't really need to be there. Like some of the schoolgirls and some of the other students in the school just kind of felt like they didn't need to be there. They didn't have a very big part in the story, so I kind of thought, what's the point of having them? I don't know, I just felt kind of weird reading bits from random characters that I knew nothing about as well. The plot was really different. I don't know, I don't know about anyone else if you've read this book, but I haven't read anything kind of like this before. But this isn't a supernatural or kind of fantasy book or anything like that, so it was just really weird reading a book that was just based on normal people and in a normal school. It's just something that could actually happen. It's realistic. It's not something that you could just think, oh, that would never happen. It totally could. It could. The accident, everything. This character could be a real person. There are real people out there like her though. The last thing I have to mention for this book is a negative, and that is I hate the ending. It angers me. You don't do that to a book. Oh my god. Those books where things just kind of stop and don't end the way you want them to, I hate those books. I want closure. I don't know what happens to these characters. I can't use my imagination. I am not that skilled to use my imagination. I need Lauren Kate to write it. I need Lauren Kate to finish the book. I need Lauren Kate to tell me what happened to these certain characters. My mind just won't rest. I can't help it. I'm sorry. I don't like this ending. I need answers. I need to know what happens. It's so unfair. If a book can make you want more, then it's a fantastic book. But I don't want more, I just want answers. That is all. I'm just clarifying that for you. I can't tell you anything more about the ending, although I probably told you a bit too much, but it's not what you think. But I still think this is a great book. I enjoyed it. I rated this book a 4 out of 5 stars. So that was my book review for The Betrayal of Natalie Hargrove. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, bye!